Hello everyone and welcome in today's video. I am Sohini Biswas, a third year law student, and currently I am doing an internship under the LEXIS and Company. Today I'll be discussing on the topic of white collar crimes and its effect on the society. White collar crimes are the crimes committed by a person of high social status and respectability during the course of his occupation. It is a crime that is committed by salaried professional workers or person in business that usually involves a form of financial theft or fraud. The term white collar crime was defined by a sociologist, Edwin Sutherland, in the year 1939. These crimes are non-violent crimes committed by business people through deceptive activities who are able to access large amount of money for the purpose of financial gain. White collar crimes are committed by people who are involved in otherwise lawful business and covers a wide range of activities. The perpetrators hold respectable position in the community unless their crime is discovered. The laws relating to white collar crimes depend upon the exact nature of the crime committed. Now let us understand the definition of white collar crimes. The late Edwin Sutherland, who was a sociologist, defined white collar crime as a crime committed by a person of responsibility and high social status in the course of his or her occupation. The above definition of white collar crimes has 5 attributes, which includes that it is a crime, and secondly, it must be committed by a person of respectability, thirdly, of a high social status, fourthly, in the course of his profession or occupation, fifth and not the least, is usually a violation of trust. Thus, Professor E. Sutherland pointed out that besides the traditional crimes or blue-collar crimes, such an assault of robbery, dacoit, murder, rape, kidnapping, and other acts involving violence, these are certain white-collar crimes. Now, what are the type of white-collar crimes? There are different types of white-collar crimes. Some of them are: first is bank fraud. Bank fraud means to engage in such activities in order to defraud a bank or using illegal means to obtain assets held by financial institution. Next is blackmail. Blackmail means demand for money by threatening some person or to cause physical injury or exposing his or her secrets. Next is computer fraud, which includes hacking or stealing information of some other person. Next is embezzlement. When someone is entrusted with money or property and he or she uses it for their own use, it is called as embezzlement. Extortion, when a person illegally obtains someone's property by actual or threatened force. Insider trading, when someone uses the confidential information to trade in shares of publicly held corporation. Next is money laundering. Money laundering means the concealment of origin of illegal obtained money. Next is tax fraud. Tax fraud means evading tax by providing wrong information in tax forms or illegally transferring property in order to avoid tax. What are the causes of white collar crime? The general perception is that white collar crimes are committed because of greed or economic instability. But these crimes are also committed because of situational pressure or inherent characteristics of getting more than others. However, there are various reasons for white collar crimes. Not really a crime, some offenders convince themselves that the actions performed by them are not crime as the act involved does not resemble street crimes or blue collar crimes. Now, what are the effects or what are the kinds of white collar crimes and what are the reasons behind it? Let us understand. First is the non-realizable thing, which includes that some people justify themselves in committing crimes as they feel that the government regulation do not understand the practical problem of competing in the free enterprise system. Next is the lack of awareness. One of the main reasons of white collar crime is the lack of awareness among people. The nature of the crime is different from the traditional crimes and the people rarely understand it, though they are the worst victims of the crime. Next is greed. Greed is another motivation for the commission of this kind of crime. Some people think that others are also violating the laws and so it is not bad if they do so in theirs. The next is necessity. Necessity is another factor of committing white collar crimes. People commit this kind of crimes in order to satisfy their ego or support their family. Now, what is the Indian scenario in white collar crime? There are a number of corporate crimes that have come into light nowadays. One of the major havoc that is created in present time is because of mysterious disappearance of corporations. Of the 5,651 companies listed in the Bombay Stock Exchange, 2,750 have vanished. It means that one of the two companies that come to a stock exchange to raise crores of rupees from investor loot and run away. Even big names like Home Trade came up with huge publicity stunt, but after raising money vanished into the thin air. About 11 million investors have invested rupees 10,000 crores in these 2,750 companies. We have Security Exchange Board of India, that is SEBI, Reserve Bank of India RBI, and Department of Companies Affairs to monitor the stock exchange transaction, but none has documented the whereabouts of these 2,750 old companies suspended from the stock exchange. Many of the promoters and merchant bankers who are responsible for these are roaming scot-free. The market regulators and stock exchanges are unable to penalize them or recover their funds. The regulators have been able to identify only 2,229 of 2,750 vanishing companies so far. The market regulators and stock exchanges are unable to penalize them or recover their funds. The regulators have been able to identify only 230 of 2,750 vanishing companies. Now, what is the conclusion we can derive? White collar crimes are the crimes which cause harm to the economy of the country as a whole. It threatens the country's economy by bank frauds, economic theft, evasion of tax, etc. It not only affects the financial status of a country or a person, but it also has a negative impact on the society. The various crimes such as bribery, corruption, money laundering, it has affected society in a negative way. There is no proper definition of white collar crime in Indian laws. These socio-economic crimes should not be able to take leniently by the government. Punishment regarding white collar crime should be stricter, as harsh punishment can pre these crimes to a great extent. If the crime is very heinous, the punishment might also be extended to life imprisonment. People are not aware about most of these crimes, so the public awareness through any communication medium is also necessary. Government should impose strict regulations regarding economic thefts of the country. So that's all for today's video. Thank you. Take care.